The Psycho Pshow, aka the world's worst name podcast. Yo, I don't know. I started recording though, by the way. I don't know if you checked out some of the new ones, but I started adding a little music and shit to it because I had to add the split up parts. So your parts of the show are actually gonna come up soon, maybe the next couple days.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So today I cut them up, and I thought I was pretty sure that you were gonna be in it, but you weren't. I was like, oh, it might be another 2 or 3 more.
What is it? Did it have to get approved or what?
Nah, I mean the show is already previously approved.
You just gotta upload it.
Gotta just upload it, and then I make a description. If you look at if you check us out on iTunes or whatever, you have Stitcher or something, you'll see the descriptions and dude, it's an hours long process, especially with my computer and the internet.
Oh really?
I don't have a very powerful computer.
Wow.
I don't have the best internet, and the funniest thing is oh shit. The funniest thing, damn, this lime, I'm killing the bitch. Right? It's just, it surprisingly takes a long time because I gotta re-listen to it and make sure no one says anything too crazy.
Oh, really? Yeah,
and
right.
then also,
because they'll flag you, right?
Nah, just, there's certain things that...
Well, don't
we don't want we don't want anyone to get arrested or killed.
Yeah, because people
come out to re-listen to it. Because, we say all sorts of embarrassing shit, that's fine.
Yeah, it's kind of
a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people go with fake names, so it's nothing.
Yeah. Me?
Mm-hmm.
So I can say what I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, man. Yeah, you recording then?
Definitely recording.
What's up, guys?
I fucked myself with this lime. Look, it's like a bottle top in itself. Loading up that vaporizer.
What is this? What kind of buds are these?
This one's some white Urkel.
White Urkel?
Yeah. Man. Pretty decent. Man, just so many ups and downs, man. Just so much fucking shit to deal with.
Yeah?
Yeah. This is what it is, so it's not a big deal.
Up and down, brother.
Me too, man. Nothing but that. I wish I was younger, you know? But then at the same time, we're in the age where, first of all, you're always going to be getting older, but then I think technology's coming where we're probably going to live I'm at the low end guess 15 or 20 years longer than we're estimating. Let's say the average lifespan is 85 years. I don't think it's going to be out of the question that by the time that we reach 100 or we reach 85, that the average lifespan would be more 100 or 110 or maybe even more. You feel what I'm saying?
I agree, man.
And even so, then if the average lifespan is 110, 120, doesn't that mean 60 is just as young as people think 40 is now?
Yeah. I think that's right, man. It's just,
or even 80. I was doing that by multiplying, but really it's go ahead.
Yeah, you hear about all these implants now they're doing, and now I heard that pretty soon they're going to try to do the first head transplant.
I heard that too.
Yeah, a head transplant. Think about it. If it's going to be a couple of years, of course, till they perfect it or even make it better.
Oh, for sure.
But I don't think it was hot enough. But there's movies like The Body Snatchers. Old people snatching up young bodies.
Yeah.
Dude,
there's some shit that I probably said this on the show before, but there's some shit that Joe Rogan talks about, and Dana White talk about that it'll make your skin have no wrinkles anymore. Your collagen centers will go back to how they were when they're 17, and so your skins will not have wrinkles, and that obviously doesn't. Maybe no one knows, but probably doesn't help you live longer, right?
Yeah.
But there's other things certain drugs, or this diabetes drug that's already been out that makes the people who get on the drug, even though they have diabetes, live longer than they were estimating to live, even if they didn't have diabetes. Shit like that. and then like nanobots, advancements in surgery, other shit.
Nanobots, yeah, man. Now that's a trip. The nanobots.
Nanobots are definitely a trip.
Yeah, man.
I didn't expect them to be as crazy as they are now.
They're coming a long way, man. What I want is my kids to get into robotics, because I think that's going to be the most lucrative job in the future.
Robotics would be pretty dope.
Robotics, computer engineering, network engineering.
How do you deal with that? Like wanting something for your kid. Like, do you try to steer them towards it?
Yeah, I try to. Like, for example, I went ahead and I sit down a lot with my kids and I say, hey, sit down with me and watch, what was that show we're watching? Robo War, or, you know what I'm talking about? BattleBots.
When they like fight each other.
Yeah, when they fight each other. And then the other day my son was like, Dad, I want to watch some BattleBots.
Nice.
So I'm like, okay, let's watch some. Pulled it up on YouTube and he was all entertained.
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, they're understanding that kind of stuff right now because they're young.
I wonder, like, I think that's like the classic style of how people like think of good parenting, right? And like that's how I was raised too. Well, with my dad at least, you know what I'm saying? But then I wonder how much like you should be watching your kid and what their proclivities are, you know?
Yeah.
And then like what they're good at, and then see if you could help, like...
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I had a kid and I wanted him to go into robotics or something, right?
Yeah.
But what if, like, the first thing they start doing when their kid is, like, drawing these, like, really detailed drawings, right?
Right.
Like, no matter what I want, like, if it seems he's deriving pleasure from it from himself, like, no one really pushed him to it,
right,
and he's just like that, like, maybe that's a skill that he'll become the greatest in the world at because he's already driven to do it with no motivation besides the natural desire of it being in you. Because that's like really what it comes down to in like success or like top 1% of any field. You work when no one else will work.
Yeah.
All your competitors, 8 hours are done, but you just work.
Just keep going.
Like that's how I am with just like work in general, selling stuff. You know, whatever I get like that. So, but like it, comes with negatives and positives, right? But then sometimes you wonder, you're like, I wonder if I knew this when I was earlier.
Yeah.
If I had realized that these opportunities would be there earlier, like how good would I be? Like would I already have 10, 20, 50, 100 mil in the bank?
It's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell.
It's hard. I was cleaning out my file cabinet the other day, and I found some shit on this stuff on BIM construction, and that was from 2008. And I'm like, dude, I started looking at this stuff back in 2008.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It took, damn near 8 years for it to come into full fruition, you know what I mean? And sometimes it doesn't, you gotta plant that seed.
What made you get into it?
I was an architect major in college.
Okay.
But then it didn't work out for me.
Architecture is really difficult.
Yeah, it's difficult. I couldn't get into the third year, which is the upper division.
Oh, shit.
It's ultra competitive.
Super competitive.
And I even had like a 3.8 grade point average, but my portfolio wasn't up to I guess their par, and I couldn't get in there. Yeah, because they only let 25% of the undergrads in. Yeah, so it's ultra competitive. Mm-hmm. And so I took like a semester off of school just to like figure out. Yeah, I was like trying to figure out what the hell am I gonna do.
Man, dude, don't you feel like there almost should be like less schooling, but for children, but more support into adulthood? Like when you have questions like that. Like, hey, everything I've been working for the last like 4, 5, 10, 20 years fell through. Yeah. Can I talk to somebody?
Yeah, somebody. But
just anybody?
That's funny you say that because, so I tell you, I took a break off of school. Yeah. Because it didn't work out for me. So I went back home to California. Mm-hmm. Went back to my parents. Stayed with my parents. Moved in with my parents. Kicked my girlfriend out. Mm-hmm. And then I started working for a photography company And we went to photograph kids at school. And then one time I was at this one school, and this little old man he was there with his granddaughter, and I was taking pictures of him. And he was asking me life questions. I don't know how I got to that, but he started asking me life questions. And then I told him, what happened. And he was like, I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was to the effect of like, you should just pick yourself up and go do it again.
Yeah.
Pick a new career. Figure out a different angle on how you want to get to where you want to get.
Yeah.
So
you have no other choice in life unless you want to quit.
Yeah.
And then what is quitting going to lend you? Unhappiness? The pursuit of happiness is almost as good as the happiness itself. Because once the happiness is there, you're done.
Yeah.
Then you're left with boredom and finding something new.
Yeah. So, I definitely took some away from that conversation. And I dusted myself off. I went to research what was connected to it. And then it was construction. I said, I like construction because, I have a military background. I understand the hierarchy of it. I can understand. I could get into that. Mm-hmm. So I just decided in there I'm gonna go back to school. So the next semester I
took your undergrad to
construction management. I mean I lost a year, but it is what it is.
Things happen. If you think about it, we all make these decisions that often cost us more than just years. I can't tell you how many decisions you think about. Like, even if you think it's a good decision, like to be with a girl or to take a certain job, those affect you for years. And if they don't work out in the end, it doesn't mean that it's a loss. Like, in the end of it all, it's like, who are you at the end? More than even what you have. It's like, where are you in comparison to where you started?
Yeah, because I remember that I knew when I was in high school that I wanted to go to college, and I made sure that I got a college fund from the Army to go. Now, while I was in the Army, I went to college for a little bit too, and I was totally blind. I asked the counselor what I should take. I was telling him I want to be an architect, and they steered me in a certain direction. Mm-hmm. Come to find out that half of those classes I took in college when I was in the Army didn't count towards my architectural degree. So
goddamn,
I lost the year there. All in all, I've taken about 8 years of schooling, if not 9.
Wow.
I could have been a doctor with all that schooling. You know what I mean? I think about that sometimes. I went to school for a very long time, man.
But then, see, I think about all the shit that I've lost and the things that I've done and whatever, missteps.
Or steps. I don't know if they're missteps.
But the main thing is to not even worry about them too much.
Yeah,
to take what you can take, never make the mistake again, and keep rocking.
Yeah, man.
Like, we all make mistakes, dude.
I don't know if it's mistakes. Like you're saying, I don't like to think about them as mistakes. I just kind of just...
It builds you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I am where I'm at because that's what I'm supposed to be.
If the Colonel, he fucking killed himself at 60 or 61 because he tried... Yeah, for fried chicken.
Oh, shit. Really? 61?
Listen, yeah. The Colonel, his whole life... I don't know how long he had it, but he had the recipe of this great chicken. It was like winning awards and stuff. Mm-hmm. But he's trying to like sell the idea of like
fried chicken,
the fried chicken and like KFC and stuff. And he couldn't do it until he was 62.
Wow.
He must have tried like hundreds, if not thousands of times, meeting people to back him, and he could have quit at any point.
Damn, man.
But he was so convinced and was like, this is just what I want to do.
Yeah, like my motorcycle or my bicycle motorcycle I want to do, like...
Yeah.
I don't know when I'm going to get around to, diving into it like I want to. But it's a seed, It might take a long time for it to come to fruition, but at least it's there.
Yeah.
Like, I really like, man, if I can invent something, that's worthwhile... Then that's all you need, dude, really. Once the invention takes off.
Yeah, it might take several of them.
It might take several, exactly.
Yeah. It's weird, because, like... The years be passing, dude.
Yeah. They do. Yeah.
It's, like, sort of scarily passing. They pass quickly.
Might put some music on?
Well, we're recording right now. Probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
But we could, I mean, dude, if you want to stop recording and play music, we could do that too.
Yeah.
So.
That's all good.
I mean, if you want to play something lightly, why not?
Yeah, let's do some light.
I'll fuck with it. Has to be like super light though. This mic is pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it might fuck it up.
Is it the 6?
Huh?
Is it the 6?
It's a 5.
Oh, fuck it. Let's not fuck with it then.
Huh?
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
no.
That can't handle it.
Yeah.
That can't handle the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, man, but, just been tripping. Like, we got a lot of new interns and, you know, they're picking up all the software and I'm like, fuck. So, I mean, it's, anybody who wants to learn software is going to learn it, you know what I mean? It just depends on how much drive they got, you know?
Right.
I think I took the long road to get to where I am, but
Why is that?
because I went to one got me like a 2-year like certification on it, and a lot of these guys didn't do that. You know, they just came in and interned because we needed more. We needed guys. We needed people in our department.
What the fuck? Is this clogged or something?
I don't know. I think it might be. I think this thing might not be freaking getting anything here.
You could hit the pipe or something if you want.
Yeah, we'll go outside. I have to go outside.
Why do you think this ain't hitting right now? The goddamn vape. The vape tube, man. It's fucking it up. You know how hot it is outside? It's like 115 probably.
Yeah, dude. Let's just make this work.
Yeah, exactly. We will make it work.
Yeah.
Man.
So, yeah, man. Now I was thinking, stay with this company, get promoted. That's kind of like the ideas I have in my mind, where I'm at. Because I don't expect any big boosts in the raise.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way I'm gonna get up there is just make another leap, which may take years. I don't know how long it's gonna take for us to get that large of a department to where we can split off and.
Maybe you shouldn't rely on that, dog.
Well, I want to do my own company. That's why I'm just like I don't know. I just don't want to do this again with another company.
You don't,
because I go to another company and it's like going to be starting from the bottom. You're nobody here. You have to gain trust.
Yeah.
You have to gain experience with us.
Different system.
We got to see your value. Exactly. There's a different system. I was like,
No, I think the jump that you're going to have to make if you stay in this industry from here is to start your own company.
Yeah, that's the only thing I see, man, because I'm not going to get, I don't know, I just don't think I'm going to get a fair shake anywhere. It's all going to be, at the end it's going to be all corporate, and it's going to be the people who are there. And
I'm starting to think that the fair shake doesn't exist in jobs.
I don't think so, bro. Honestly, the only way to really, if you have the talent,
start your own business or something.
Yeah, if you have the talent, like my boss, he has a talent. He's very well spoken.
Yeah.
He has a deep voice.
Mm-hmm.
He also sounds like a radio host. So He does great at presentations.
Right.
And he's had 8 years experience with this stuff already, so he's already a seasoned veteran. So yeah, he got offered the position of director. And he's kicking ass,
Right.
I'm not that well spoken in public. I have a sort of fear, not fear, but I get uncomfortable sometimes up there,
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I haven't done it enough, but I've tried. I definitely try to do it as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have that. That extra zip or whatever you want to call it that corporations look for, because they're looking for somebody to sell it. You know what I mean? Salesmanship. That's my lack. Salesmanship.
Yeah.
I'm too into my own world. I'm too into my own creations.
Yeah.
I'm all about me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see, that just means that in your own company you would sell your shit.
Yeah, because I would be invested in it.
That's my problem too. I mean, first of all, my criminal record and shit, no one's gonna hire me. I haven't worked for anyone besides my own companies for a while. So in essence, bro, I'm in an island by myself in terms of making money. I have to fucking make money myself through the show, all the other shit, sales, electronics. I've been selling a lot of electronics and shit recently. I have to do whatever I have to fucking do.
Yeah.
I'm literally like, they'll be like, dude, you haven't worked in like, you've been working these businesses, but they're yours, so it doesn't really count. They're not huge, so they're not like making the news, so nobody knows.
It's tough, dude.
So I mean, I'm literally like, thank God that that's like my drive. So I'm here, but I'm like, I'm a lifetime entrepreneur now. That's it.
Yeah, man.
I'm stuck.
Yeah, man.
But I'm stuck exactly where I want to be.
Yeah, you're at where exactly where you gotta be at. Yeah, man.
But it's scary still, even though I know.
Of course, man. Yeah, of course. I want to do. So I've been to like because it's gonna be Oakstar Technology. So me and my wife were really thinking about like, hey, we gotta like really try to push it this year. If anything, just for the tax benefits of having your own business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
So we're gonna push it. If I make any money, cool. If I don't, cool. You know what I mean?
Dude, you will. But you gotta understand, you can't. If you're gonna make money, you can't think of anything as like a secondary project. You have to be like, I'm full time in my job and I'm full time in my business. Just a little tip, man. It's difficult to do that. It'll cost a lot of pain, a lot of torture. Like I've already decided that I need to do that this year. Like I was planning on doing some stuff, going to Cali and shit, but I think I might cancel all my trips except for the one for the wedding, and that's it. And really focus. You know what I'm saying? I have some things that are coming up, I have projects that are coming up, and I'm about to turn 30, so I actually think that I need to just go as hard as possible.
I'm about to turn 38, bro.
Still a young cat, dude.
Yeah. But like I said, I'm afforded this opportunity, so I'm just gonna run with it.
I've known you 5 or 6 years then.
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah, because the weird thing is like I always think of you as 32, 33-year-old. IzReal, he's what, 32? I was like, fuck. He's an old cat. Now I'm like right there. I was literally thinking about that when we were just talking a little earlier.
Yeah. Oh.
But it makes sense. It makes sense what he's saying about your work, dude.
Yeah, so the one I want to do, Oakstar Technology,
What do you do?
I'm going to do, I have a lot of avenues I'm looking at now because I've started to research other technology companies.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them do like networking, like, routers and stuff, like for, wireless systems.
Mm.
They do IT support. They could do augmented support, augmented staffing, structured cabling, like running cables wherever you need, for systems. So I'm like, okay, cool. I think I like technologies because that way I have a lot of different services I could try to, work and see. Maybe I'm better at one than another, right?
So this is like completely different than even this stuff.
It could be, yeah. Like this is gonna be my bread and butter,
right?
Because I know how to do this now,
right?
And I could do it from home. It's a real home-based business,
right.
But I'm willing to experiment with other services that
And this is like what CAD software, like you build architecture pretty much.
Yeah, architecture, but I could also do like many different things too.
Right.
Like I could do pipes, I could do like structure, I could do mechanical, plumbing,
right?
On and on, animations now. I want to get into commercials.
Yeah.
I want to get into some commercials, like,
Dude, I'm trying to get into whatever can make me some fucking cake, big cake.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Like,
I'm willing to try everything.
Yeah, but see, that's also, I think, one of our weaknesses, too. We're willing to try anything, that's a strength. But the fact that we probably will try everything is a weakness. We don't have that much time.
But if you're spending your time, productively, maybe it takes longer to do that, you know what I mean? But at least you'll be versed in the area you want to be an expert in, and you know a little bit about everything, and then once you find your good spot, then you could just focus on that. Maybe you don't have to try everything. Maybe you could just research everything, or try it. Maybe.
I think you have to research heavily before you figure out the couple things, and then you have to go into them. Like, this is the thing. Nothing immediately makes money. If it does, you have to also be there for a while to make sure it's not a fluke, right? And the thing is, like, how long do you need to stay before you test if the money was worth it, or if you made the money? Like, they say businesses, the successful ones, don't usually make it out for like 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Maybe if you work really hard, you could get a good idea in like 2.5. So you're gonna have to invest at least 2 to 5 years on any idea before knowing if it's actually like that
Dude,
shit.
I'm gonna do everything. Watch, check it out. I'm even gonna do like write a book. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Write a book, do an invention.
Yeah. I think
a book would be good, dude.
book would be good, but they're selling less now. But I still think a book would be good though.
Yeah, even if you got
figure out a way.
even if you got a little bit of money, I mean, write a couple books. You know what I mean? You got philosophies. You never know. I mean, I see a lot of books online. I read a lot of books.
Hey, you're on the show,
Yeah. There you
so
go.
anything that you have to sell or whatever, promo the shit out of it, bro. You can get on the show. I'm pumping it. This is one potential distribution channel in that avenue. That's one positive, I guess.
I think that could be a lifetime accomplishment. Write a book. Write a biography.
I'll
you know
probably
what I mean?
write a book and I'll probably write a biography, but it's gonna have to be far away from now. I try not to think about it because my whole life I thought about
Oh
it.
yeah, you got more years experience, but you know, the memoirs could start now.
They could start, but they shouldn't come out for a while. And plus, we need it. It would be nicer to hit more of a precipice somewhere, more extreme. You know?
Yeah, man. I know.
Life is much more difficult than anticipated. There's really nothing that can get you that ready for it.
Yeah.
You know? Like, once your parents aren't going to be handling shit for you,
Yeah.
it gets rough.
I guess we're looking for more, definitely. You know what I mean? I think we're just that generation that just wants more.
That's fine. That's just who we are now.
But we got a lot, you know what I mean? We all have, you know, something. You know what I mean?
We have a lot. We should be grateful for that.
Yeah, that should be grateful for what you got.
But for humans in general, I think we all need to push for more.
Striving.
Because how do you leave a better future for the ones after you?
Right? But you see some of these bastards in third world countries, bro. They're dying, man. They're dying so bad. It's horrible, dude. It's horrible death, dude.
Which ones are you talking about?
Third world countries of poverty, you know.
Yeah.
Africa, you know.
Yeah, they die.
Mexico,
Yeah.
Central America, Brazil.
Yeah, I didn't know if you meant anything specifically, but yeah, there's a lot of them in Asia, all over India.
Yeah. I mean, what country doesn't have a horrible poverty population? You know what I mean?
Even America does. America probably has the biggest disparity. Where this.
Yeah, but they have more than, you know, they got more services, I bet you, here in the U.S. than they do abroad.
100%.
Right? Yeah, so a lot more
100%.
services.
But what I was gonna say is like, yeah, over here even the bad spots are better than most third world spots. But
Yeah, some of those places in Brazil, bro. Like, have you seen City of God?
Oh yeah,
Too, right?
bro. I lived in India for a little bit. I know how bad it is.
I've been in Guatemala before.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, out here though, apparently the status quo, like maybe the median versus the low income, is way bigger than other places.
Dude,
You know?
dude, that I was reading that book *Sapiens* again, and it was talking about India, bro, and it was talking about what the theory is on how the caste systems came to be. Did you ever hear that?
No, let me hear it.
It's so I guess there was a Arab Aryan invasion,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And they came into power, and a form of they to establish themselves and to make sure that they never lose power, they created systems like castes, and then it was warrior priests, and then it was slaves.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ones.
And then from there, more sprung out, and then it got more organized, and then it got blended into the religion. And then when the religion, like, you know, sold it to everybody, and everybody just promoted it, and the culture changed. The whole culture understood that that's what their system was. And I was like, man, that's a trip. Because then he talked about like the blacks in the U.S. You know,
Same.
but the first like the reason that the blacks were the first slaves in the U.S. He's saying from this history book is that the best slave trades were from Africa. Mm-hmm. Because the Africans were enslaving each other when they were captured each other, they became slaves. So when Europeans started going down there was always a bountiful amount of slaves they could grab at one time.
Right, because the other dudes would sell them.
Yes, exactly. They didn't have to go hunting for them or capture them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people have the wrong idea about how Europeans got slaves. They went and bought them from African slavers.
Yeah, the Africans were
like
the first
African
slave
kings. Yeah, who
right?
were African kings who had taken over a population because they're fighting over territory.
That just blew my mind because I'm like, oh my god, these guys bred themselves to be slaves.
Yeah,
they themselves enslaved each other, and then oh my god, I was like, wow.
You want to know something funny?
Wow.
I was about to, this is tied into that. India is one of the oldest civilizations.
Yeah.
The Aryans, aka Assyrians, they're the first Caucasians or light-skinned people.
Oh yeah.
They were enslaved by Indians first before that.
Oh yeah.
So they probably initiated a caste system to ensure they never got enslaved again.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. So they came back and did.
Yeah. The white people were slaves first because you gotta understand there was way fewer of them at that time because we were dark because of the amount of sun and shit we're taking from Africa and India, wherever else.
Wow.
So the Aryans are much lighter. So the Aryans, they got enslaved over there, and then they. Indians in general, like
I always thought that never in history has a white man been a slave. I mean, as a population.
5,000 years ago.
Wow, I gotta look into that. That's because I did not know that.
Maybe it's wrong now, but they say that about Jewish people too, right? The Egyptians enslaved Jewish people. But Jewish people are just like Middle Easterners in essence. They're not really white, I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't even know what constitutes white. If I think about the roots, I think Viking.
Yeah. Northern men. Yeah. I agree. Something about maybe I'm just thinking right now. Maybe something about the snow and the altitude changed their eye color or something. You know, it made their skin more light skinned. You know what I mean? Because you think sun darkened the southern and the central populations of the world, wouldn't the snow lighten them?
Melatonin or melanin. I think it's melatonin. God damn,
something like that.
The pigment in our skin that darkens. Obviously, with less light going away from the equator, as there were from there, and longer winters, they're going to be lighter and more fair-skinned anyway. But I wonder about that blue eye thing. Because the blue eye thing is a recessive gene. Like, ever since blue eyes started, like, the fact that there's a population so high over there with blue eyes, like, maybe they killed all the black-eyed people.
Could be.
You know what I'm saying?
Could be.
Like, it might have been a genocide. Because the thing is, like, they say in a little bit there's going to be no blonde-haired, blue-eyed people. There's always a recessive genes for both of them. Because as soon as someone with darker hair or different eye color is mixed with them, their genes are not selected for. So unless you're fucking another blonde-haired, blue-eyed person, and you're a blonde-haired, blue-eyed person, it's very hard to have another blonde-haired, blue-eyed kid. You feel what I'm saying? Unless the other one had, like, a father or a parent who was blonde-haired, blue-eyed, then you have a higher chance, but still not as big.
Yeah.
And you could be blonde-haired and blue-eyed, have a kid, and then not be blonde-haired, blue-eyed, maybe. I think they might have brown hair as possible.
Yeah, this is... You know, there was a big argument, you know, that the Aryans had when they were trying, you know, I'm talking about, like, supremacists, white supremacists. And they said that they were trying to prove for all that they were a whole different species.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what they tried.
Yeah, and there's just no proof of it.
No.
But they sold it for a while, you know what I mean? So a lot of people bought it, dude. It's the whole Hitler shit, dude, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He sold it, dude.
It's the easiest.
Yeah, it's crazy. And that the Jews were filth, They were pollutants to the Aryan blood.
Right.
That's why you have to exterminate them because they have polluted it. Oh,
Right.
it's insane, dude. Man, that is a trip, bro. It's just learning all these things helps me understand, you know, my place in the world. Because sometimes you think, you look around, you're like, you know, there's a system here. You know what I mean? And you're not at the top. So it makes me feel uneasy sometimes. That any little mistake I make could be the last one.
That's so funny you just said that, because literally what I thought. I was like, you know what? It is that hard to come up that in essence all sorts of fuckery that like anything extraneous that I do that isn't for the benefit of me or the future needs to be cut out, because that's how hard it is to get out from where we are. You know, like lower income or middle income or mediocrity and us wanting for other things. It's that difficult to get out that it, like, you might as well never take the chance of shooting yourself in the foot. Like, not even the chance. Because it's that hard. It's sort of crazy, but that when you were saying that, that's when I realized it. I was like, holy fuck. I was like, maybe, like, I think I've been doing pretty good, but I was like, maybe I should change another 5 or 10% of my behaviors forever, like today.
Yeah.
And just cut them out, because even though I've been doing super good, like, it's that hard. And as hard as I work, it's like the missteps and all that shit's like,
Yeah, man. I was just having a nightmare last night that they sprang up a surprise piss outside on me. Fucking, they had me cornered and I couldn't go anywhere, and I couldn't go fucking, you know, try to get a cleanup kit. Oof. I was like, fuck.
damn.
That's what I do, man. I just freaking give me a kit, you know what I mean? Clean it out.
Where you get that fake piss?
Fake piss, yeah.
Fake piss works.
Dude, I've been doing this since I was 17, bro. Buying clean kits to clean me out.
It works?
Since I was 17, I must have done, I don't know, 100 times I've used them.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. The first time I ever used one was the recruiter guy for me. The recruiters, because I told him, hey, we're going to go to the MEP station. So I'm like, dude, I gotta tell you, I smoke some weed, dude. Smoke some weed. He's like, fuck. It's like, alright, man, come on, let's go somewhere. So, yeah, he took me down to
the military.
Yeah, he's a recruiter, Sergeant Alvarez.
Nice.
Yeah, he took me down to the spot in Crenshaw. He's like,
oh, he's already hit.
Yeah, he was like, got you. I got something for you, man. You gotta take this shit. If you take it, it'll work, and you get through. Sure as shit. Follow directions on the fucking package.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom, I'm in. But damn, man. One time I thought I got caught, dude. And it was the strangest thing ever. But I think I have a theory why I didn't get caught. So I had smoked some weed. And then I went to my National Guard drill. And then I was like, the dip test is like, fuck, shit. Surprise one. Everybody round, it's a roundup. Everybody. Don't let anyone get away.
Fuck.
Round them up in the cafeteria.
God damn.
Fuck. And I kind of squinted in the corner of my office, and I was way in the corner. And I put some headphones on, and I was like, I'm just going to stay here. I'm just going to stay here until they find me, or it's over, the day's over, and I can get out of here. And, no, they found me. Like, fuck, man.
Damn.
Shit. So, yeah, pissed. And I just waited for them to call me. And never did. I'm like, what the fuck? I said, I bet you they only test a percentage of the people there. And I think I got into that percentage that didn't get tested.
Right.
Like, fuck. That was pretty close. That was pretty fucking close.
Yeah.
That thing's toast, man. Check out this kid real quick.
You go ahead, man.
I know, guys.